Thank you, David.
David.
And we have the meeting minutes from the regular meeting December 1st. Comments?
Just read them. They looked accurate to me. I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
All right. And then we have the minutes from the special meeting December 1st.
Yeah, we're going to vote on.
Okay.
John.
Yes.
EJ.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Any comments on special meeting minutes?
Motion approved. Second.
John.
Yep.
EJ.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay. Schedule reports, Chief Phillips.
I have no report for the fire department. However, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce Nick Tomaselli, who's our new corporate president as of November 1st.
Evening, Nick. Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Congratulations, I think.
Thank you.
Okay. You want to go ahead and do that now? So.
Sorry, I can wait till your report.
I think it's customary that we have about a half-hour speech from you on your first time. John did tell you that, didn't he?
He's thrown me into some speeches already.
No, we can do it now if you want.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. Under new business, we've got the Auburn Volunteer Fire Department 2015 contract. The only things that we've changed on there is the dates. The contract's exactly the same as it was last year. That is a true statement. Do you have the copies?
That would be a true statement. There's 2 copies as usual. One for you folks and one for us.
Okay.
Make a motion we approve the contract for 2015.
Okay. Second?
I'll second it.
John.
Yes.
EJ.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Beautiful day. Even Carl looked at it.
Were there 2 copies? This is mine.
That's the second copy.
Yeah, that's from the other with me. Yeah, Fred's got to get on there too.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. thank you for the services that you guys performed to the township.
It wasn't up on
Appreciate it.
before, but
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nick took time off from his other guy to come down, so it's okay. I'm well.
Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
all right, thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Good to meet you.
Nice meeting you, too.
Okay, reports, Mr. Eberly.
I have no report. I have no report.
Okay. Mr. Kavanaugh.
One issue I was working on last meeting too is we've got all our estimates in on the accident in front of the cemetery that took out the fence and half the Eagle Scout project from a couple years back. Didn't meet our deductible, but we're going to collect on the guy's insurance a little bit in excess of $900, and I want to thank Ben Blazek for helping us out because he still had receipts from that project, and so we could put a value on it. And along those lines, kid had such a great idea that, of course, those benches filled up rapidly on Memorial Day, as you might imagine. There's no place to sit there. Since, our visitor took out 2/3 of that fence, my thought was, and one of the benches, my thought was instead of replacing that with split rail, why don't we just build a permanent bench about 16 inches high, to act as a cemetery border for 364 days a year, and for the 1 day a year, use it for, we don't exactly have a young crowd that comes to that Memorial Day speech there, and I think the seating would be appreciated.
Sure.
So I talked to one guy over the weekend, and there's looks like Donnie's got on Simpson's estimate there's 17 feet that have been taken out already, and it looks like there's probably about another 8 or 10 left of split rail that didn't get destroyed. So if we took that out and just went from flower bed to flower bed with a real simple bench.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
The kids' benches, of course, the one shot, the other one's still there. They're mounted in concrete. I don't really think we got to move them. I'm going to say that even though it would look a little odd to have a bench and a bench here, they're still going to fill up on Memorial Day, no matter where they are. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
We do something creative with it.
But so we'll rather than replace what we had there, we're just going to get some estimates and go on with that in spring or end of the winter. That's all I have.
All right. Fred?
Okay, I put in front of you guys revenue status report, pass that down, fund status report, and the warrants. Warrants 2063 through 2087, totaling $18,097.15 for your approval. And I need a resolution to pass our temporary appropriations for the beginning of next year.
So that'll be 20. This is going to be
Temporary.
This will be 20. Still 2014, 18.
Yeah, that's the current resolution.
Okay.
2015. And I shared with you the proposed temporary allocations, and I think I explained that generally I'm just going off of 25% of what we had appropriated for last year.
Okay. I feel confident that's going to get us through.
Yeah, and I actually see us doing permanent appropriations in January, so
Okay.
this is just going to hold us off for 7 months maybe.
All right. So I'll make a motion for approval of Resolution 2014-18 for temporary appropriations for fiscal year 2015.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
BJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
And that's all of that.
Old business, new business was the contract. Public comment. Yes, Diane.
Yeah, I have a real curiosity about some of the warrants. I'm particularly curious about warrants for Blue Pine and Coin Fabric. It seems to me that we have seen those names kind of more than once in the last two meetings. As they aren't a huge amount of payments, but they seem to be occurring with a little bit more frequency. And perhaps you can explain John Steigerwald warrant. Was that in connection with the retirement of Chris?
I don't know. That's for they rented the Adam Hall.
Renting Adam Hall.
So we
So that was a
returned,
retirement party then?
Whatever he rented it for.
I'm
It's
not
his
sure
party, he
what
rented
this was, but
That's a
it was for
$300.
Wait, he didn't check with you first?
Is this a refund?
That's a refund for
This is a
Okay.
refund.
deposit.
Yeah.
This is a refund for his rental of the
Right,
animal.
right, right.
He didn't call you and ask you what he was going to do with it? Why? No?
And then, of course, Coin is for the uniform service that the road department has.
I'm sorry, it what?
For their uniform service.
Oh, I should have, okay.
And,
Somehow I was thinking it was,
It's a weekly fee that they pay
Okay.
to have their uniforms taken
Good.
out. And what was the other one you were looking
the
at?
other one is just Blue Pines. I've seen,
Blue Pines was for I believe it was some, electrical work.
Door at the park, it says right here. Check.
so,
Door repair at the...
at the park. Okay, thank you.
Yes, Jack.
Question for the chief. You told me when I called you that I had my billing notice that I didn't have to worry about it, so in a way I wouldn't get billed.
Right, you should have no out-of-pocket expense for that.
Well, you said no, there would be. Well, I understood. I may understood wrong. That I thought it was all residents of Auburn would get free road or free hauling.
No, we do what's called soft billing, and if I didn't explain it, I apologize. Maybe I wasn't clear enough myself. But soft billing, what it does is it does not bill any of the residents any out-of-pocket expenses whatsoever. It does bill the insurance company. So if you would have had a deductible or something of that nature, you wouldn't have to pay it. If you don't have insurance, once again, being a resident, you wouldn't have to pay it. But
And the insurance company pays, you pay nothing,
right.
as long as you're a resident of it.
I apologize if I didn't explain that clearly.
And another thing, how did the fire department get my Social Security number?
Whoa.
That's probably through the billing company.
How did the billing company get it?
Right. They're by viva of the fact that we transported you.
How the what?
Because we transported you.
But how did the billing company get my?
That I couldn't tell you.
Seems like identity theft. That's what I was wondering. Because the billing department gets actually you people send notice to the billing department.
Well, actually, it's automatic. When we have a transport, billing company has access to the records, which they're allowed to do. HIPAA allows for that, so that they can bill appropriately, depending on the level of service that was provided. And what they do is they investigate as far as your social, if you have Medicaid, Medicare, and stuff like that. So,
I was just wondering, because I told you I didn't want to send that paperwork in to them because I didn't want all that information.
and you did, right?
I didn't. I threw it away. Now all of a sudden it can't come in. And I've got to pay.
Okay.
So,
No, you shouldn't have to pay anything. I mean, did your insurance company cover it?
no, not all of it.
Well, then you don't pay anything that's not covered.
pretty disappointed when your Social Security number identification.
But isn't your Social Security number on your part of your Medicaid? I mean, isn't it part of your number for that? So that's where they get it from.
It's federal.
Who give it to them?
Well, anytime you have a medical claim, once we're in those programs, they access that information for billing. They get it at the hospital. The hospital will give them to them because they're all they're interlaced under HEPA.
You might as well just hang it out there on a sign.
I think you take good precautions to protect your security.
I doubt it. Okay.
Well, I'll stop down and see you to clear up anything that you've been billed you shouldn't have. But it should just go to the insurance company.
We'll see what it comes out to be.
Well, let me know, because you should have no out-of-pocket expenses.
We'll find out.
That's what you do.
Yeah, don't say anything, Jack. Any public comment? Okay.
It was a little more reasonable than life.
Yeah, just a smidge, huh? Okay. I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of employee review.
Question, will there be any action after executive session?
There will be no business conducted after the executive session.
Is executive session open to the public?
No.
No. Well, it could be. I mean, it's our executive session. If we wanted to invite everybody to it, we could. Emmerich, do you want everybody at your executive session, or would you like to just leave it with
you
us?
want to review their performance as citizens of Auburn Township, I have no problem.
Yes, citizens.
Sure.
Brave man.
I'll give you my review. I think you're doing a great job.
Oh, no, thank you.
There you go. We don't even have to have an executive session.
And I love our constituents. They're a wonderful bunch.
There you go.
Oh, you're the best now.
Extra salt on your drive on a second.
Cash again. I apologize. John,